You dip your toe back in the dating pool after 60 and discover it's full of swamp monsters.
Yeah, and some of them have definitely peed in the pool.
This is Jim, who has survived dating disasters that would make a Lifetime movie look tame.
And this is Tav, who can spot a walking red flag at 50 paces.
You betcha.
And together, we're Unretired AF.
Well, hello, and today we're diving into dating after 60. Let's be real, it's a jungle out there, but we're not desperate, and we're certainly not settling.
No, and whether you're coming off a long-term relationship, you're widowed, you're divorced, you deserve someone who doesn't make you regret wanting to put your pants on to go out.
All right. Dating red flag number 1. They move way too fast. So if you're talking with a guy or somebody on the first date and they're already talking about moving in, it's time to move on.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You are not a blue light special from Kmart.
No. If your first date feels like a hostage situation,
Yeah.
that's bad stuff. That is the start of a red flag parade.
Yes, it is.
Let's do dating red flag number 2. They trash talk all their exes. I hate that.
I know. I hate
just
that
hate
too.
that.
Well, and if every ex was crazy, spoiler alert, they're probably the problem.
Yeah. Bonus points if they tell you, oh, you're not like the others.
Right.
Get the hell out of there. Pack up your margarita and go.
The others probably started out normal.
Right.
All right. Dating red flag number 3. They don't respect your independence.
Ugh.
I mean, we know at this age, we're not just starting out. I mean, we've all got lives that are full. We've got maybe jobs, gigs, grandkids, hobbies, all kinds of stuff like that. And if they're jealous of your freedom and your time away from them, move on.
Absolutely, because you're looking for a partner, not a prison warden.
Exactly.
Dating red flag number 4. They're looking for a caregiver, not a partner.
No, we all deal with aches and pains, but if it feels like on your date that they're interviewing you to do tasks for them, to do their laundry, to sort out their pill organizer for the week, or take them to doctor appointments, they're actually interviewing you to be a nurse, not a romantic interest.
Exactly. And, love shouldn't come with a job description.
No.
It just shouldn't, unless you're getting paid for it. And if you are, get the hell out of there at 5.
Right. No, those kind of people are takers.
They are.
They're
always
takers.
Takers.
They're looking for a caregiver.
Yeah.
And we've seen those kind of people.
Yes, we have.
And
we have.
No. All right. Dating red flag number 5. They are financially irresponsible. If they talk about how broke they are, how bad their credit score is, and how they're still figuring it out at this stage in life, run.
Yeah. You're not looking for a business partner.
No.
You're not looking for another dependent.
No.
If they haven't figured it out by now, they're looking for a lifeline, not a love partner.
A lifeline in you.
A lifeline in you.
Yeah.
And they are not welcome in my love shack.
Exactly.
Dating red flag number 6. They haven't emotionally left their last relationship. Ew. Oh, God, have we both been there?
Well, and it's one thing to be widowed or divorced, but if they're still sleeping on their ex's side of the bed and still talking about them 24/7 when you're together, no, that's a no.
Yeah. And we all know grief is real.
It is.
I mean, there is there's got to be emotional space for you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But
Well, they gotta
if
have
there's
space
no
for you.
emotional space in their heart for you,
Right.
there's really no reason to be somebody's rebound
Right.
if it's for the wrong reasons.
And they probably don't mean to. It's not. We're not trying to imply that they're, bad.
Some do.
But they're just. Well, but I'm saying I think they're just not ready, and maybe
Yeah.
they don't realize it because they probably have friends and family
Right.
pushing them
Right.
to get back out there, and
Yeah.
but they're not ready, and you don't need to be. They don't need to be practicing on you.
Right.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
All right, dating red flag number 7. They rush to merge finances.
Ooh.
And this is one of the things because there are different dating red flags when you're 30 than there when you're 60.
Sure.
And this is one of those scary ones for, people in our age range, for the unretired rebels that we are. It does seem like it's so romantic to do everything together with the other person, but not sharing bank accounts after dating for 1 month.
Yeah.
That's
And not trading titles of cars or boats
right.
or airplanes.
Or if they're wanting to add you to their will,
Yeah.
and you've only been dating a short time,
Right.
and they want to add you to their joint checking or put you on the deed to their house. That's
Just slow it down.
and I'm not saying necessarily that it's bad, because I know, like, when you and I got together, one of the benefits of being older and getting together is that you know exactly what you want, and,
Right.
and you don't have to go through all the qualifying.
Right.
So you and I, we made decisions like that pretty quickly.
Yeah, we did.
But we were both in that place.
Yeah.
Nobody was pushing the other one.
Right.
So if you're not ready to go there,
Yeah.
and that person is, you need to tell them to slow their roll.
Yeah, and just remember that you're not on the Bachelor show.
Right.
You're not going to win a joint checking account when this is all over.
At the rose ceremony?
At the
the end?
rose ceremony.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's crazy.
It is. Dating red flag number 8. They make you feel too old for them.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's always commenting about your age, your energy, your stamina, your memory, they're not impressed with you. They're judging you.
Exactly. You don't need someone's young at heart project.
No.
You need somebody who gets you,
Yes.
who appreciates you,
We all
who
want
wants
that.
to be with you.
We all want that.
We all want that.
Dating red flag number 9. They hide their health issues. No one expects to see someone's health report on date number 1.
No.
I mean, that's a little bit crazy. But if they're hiding serious health issues, that's not honest, and it can be a little manipulative.
Yeah. If you ask them to lunch, oh no, I can't, I've got an appointment. Well, if their appointment is dialysis or surgeries,
Right.
or if they have 10 grandkids living with them at home,
Yeah, no.
big life stuff deserves
Yeah,
big conversations.
that's true. I mean, if
I
they're
mean,
not
sometimes
willing,
it's
yeah.
hard sometimes, but why do you want to put yourself in the middle of that? Because if any of those happen, all of a sudden you're a caretaker.
Well, exactly. And you know what? When you're trying to find a new partner, they should be on the same level of activity as you
Yeah.
and health. I mean, you don't want to go into that. That's just
Right.
going to cause resentments.
Right.
That's not good.
Dating red flag number 10. They're stuck in the past. We all know people like that.
Right.
We all know people like that.
I mean, it's fine to honor good memories. We all have good memories from high school or from when we were in our 20s or whatever. But it's not okay if people live there, and we all have known those kind of people.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. If every conversation is about the good old days,
Yeah.
what about what happened 2 weeks ago in your life? It was pretty good. You're still standing and not planted. I consider every one of those is a good thing.
Right.
They're not building a future, and you're trying to.
Well, and what they're talking about all the time, and I think we all have to watch that in relationships. Like, I know there's times when I get together with my family and we start talking about stuff that happened before I met you.
Yeah.
You're not included. You feel excluded, and we've talked about that, and I try not to do that because the thing about it is that if they're stuck in the past, where does that leave you? See, you deserve that. You're giving me shit. I mean, if they're only stuck in the past, where does that leave you? Where does
Right.
that leave you? You're not included in that.
Right. Right.
So, all right, dating red flag number 11. They're bitter about aging. I mean, we feel like Jim and I have both lost a lot of people in our life. I'm sure everybody who gets to our age, the mid 60s, has that.
Yep.
So we look at that aging is a privilege. It's not a punishment.
No.
And if someone that you're with is angry about every wrinkle on their face, every creak of their body, every ache and pain, you know, they're going to be a lot of work emotionally for you.
Exactly.
You know?
And, you know I do, and I know you do. We want a teammate.
Yeah.
We don't like to be around chronic complainers.
No.
It's just one of those things that brings you down. I don't like being down. I like being up every day.
Right.
So think about that.
Well, and we know people who...
We do.
And it does seem like as people get older, there is that tendency to complain.
Yes.
And if you want your family and you want your friends to be around you, you have to make that conscious decision to not do that.
Right.
I mean, we will tell each other things that are, you know, that
Sure.
are going wrong, but not in a complaining way.
No.
You know, so.
Dating red flag number 12. The family drama is out of control.
We've all known those situations too. I mean, they've got adult kids that are in constant state of crisis, always needing money, getting bailed out of jobs, need to be in rehab, aren't in rehab.
Yeah.
They got grandkids that they're having to raise because their kids are out there being wild.
Right.
Or they got family feuds with their siblings, or they've got a bunch of drama with their parents. No.
Look, we recognize family problems.
Yeah.
Every family has them.
Right.
All we're saying is be in control of them.
Well, and people live in it. Some families live in that state. That's normal for them.
If you're dating someone or getting close to someone, just remember, it's not your circus. None of these people are your monkeys.
Yes, exactly. All right, here we are, dating red flag number 13. They have zero hobbies or passions. If their hobby is waiting for you to come around and entertain them, that would be a hard pass, full stop.
Yep. An empty calendar makes for a very clingy partner.
Yeah, no.
Dating red flag number 14. They expect you to always change for them.
You know, if they start hinting that you should dress younger, dress older, act differently, give up your independence and be with them all the time, settle down, act your age, all those things are big no's.
Yes. At our age, we're fully cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not looking for polishing.
I am well done.
There you go. We're not looking for polishing or fixing.
No.
We are trying to find somebody to, at this point, date, if it moves into that, to spend the rest of our life with. A happy companion.
Yeah.
We want someone who loves the shine we have, as we have it.
Right. Well, and I think it's natural. Let's differentiate. I think it's natural sometimes to tell your partner things you want them to change, but it's different if it's a chronic thing and they're disapproving of you, and they make it like a qualifier for the relationship.
Yeah.
Or they just make you feel shitty about yourself if you don't do those things.
Right.
So if it makes you feel bad, it's a
step back.
That's not the right person for you.
Step back.
All right. Well, you've heard our 14 red flags for dating over 60. There are many more. Trust me, we had to whittle down the list to get to this 14. We thought these were the 14 red flags that most apply to the unretired AF crowd. But there's many more. Some of them including scams. So maybe we'll talk about that in another episode. But anyway, I guess we could talk a little bit about our own dating experiences before we got married. I mean, like for me, I once dated a guy who texted me 87 times in one day. And I'm like, stop it. I am a busy person. I don't have time for this shit.
Oh, God. I once had a date. that asked me if I would retire for her. And I said, what are you talking about? I don't even know your middle name.
That's crazy.
So immediate nope on that. And, you know, again, I'll tell you something that somebody told me a long, long time ago. Sometimes the best deal is no deal at all.
Exactly. Well, we are not slowing down.
And neither should you. And
together, we're
Unretired
Unretired
AF. If you have any dating red flag experiences, drop us a note in the comments.
And if you want to be part of the Unretired AF revolution, make sure to subscribe to our channel because we post new content every weekday, Monday through Friday. See you next time.